I walk into the grand ballroom of Evergreen Resort and instantly regret coming. The place sparkles, chandeliers throwing light across shiny marble floors, and people whispering in that quiet, polite way rich folks do. Ethan places his hand gently on the small of my back, steadying me. "Breathe," he whispers, eyes calm but sharp like always. "We earned our place here." Beside us, Liam tugs at his bow tie, frowning. "Mom, this thing is choking me." I kneel to fix it, smiling. "Just for a bit, buddy. Remember our deal, good behavior now, swimming later." Then the crowd parts, and my whole body freezes. I see her, that familiar tilt of her head, the way she leans when she laughs. I haven't seen that in 11 years, but I remember instantly. The bride turns, raising her champagne glass. Our eyes meet. Grace. My sister. My hand shakes slightly, champagne glass trembling. Inside, I'm shaking harder. When I got the invite, the name Adrian Scott didn't ring a bell. I didn't realize Grace was using her husband's last name now. I thought she still went by Mitchell. Her sharp gasp cuts through the chatter. Heads turn. Music plays on, but the air between us thickens with silence. Behind her, Mom's face goes pale, then red. Dad steps in front of Grace like a bodyguard, same old move. "What are you doing here?" Mom hisses, loud enough for everyone nearby to hear. Shame hits me hard, the same way it did years ago. For a moment, I'm 21 again, standing in the rain with a suitcase, no home to go to. Ethan moves forward calmly. "My wife is a guest," he says firmly. "She's the CEO of MedNova. We were personally invited by the groom." The name lands like a spark. People nearby murmur, recognition spreading. "CEO," a woman whispers. "That's Ava Mitchell?" Rain from my past flashes in my mind, the day Dad slammed the door after yelling, "If you're too ungrateful to help at the clinic, don't come back." Now here I am, standing tall in Valentino. The scared girl is gone. Dr. Adrian Scott walks over, confusion on his face. He glances between Grace and me. "You know the CEO of MedNova?" he asks my parents, then looks at me again. "We've been trying to partner with them for months. Your monitoring system is transforming post-surgical care." Grace's smile wobbles. Mom and Dad share a nervous look. The whispers around us grow louder. I could humiliate them. I could expose the lies, how they told everyone I failed college while secretly using my tuition money for Grace. But instead, I just say softly, "Hello, Grace. Congratulations." The words hit like thunder. Grace flinches. Ethan's hand returns to my back, a question without words, "Stay or go?" Liam tugs my hand. "Mom, is that lady in the white dress your friend?" Adrian's eyes narrow, looking between us. "Grace," his voice trails off, suspicion creeping in. "I thought you said your sister was." Grace panics, eyes darting. For once, she's speechless. I could walk away, pretend this never happened. But regret is just fear pretending to be polite, and I stopped being afraid a long time ago. Adrian wraps an arm around Grace and smiles to the guests. "And this is my wife, Grace, Stanford graduate, managing her family's clinic in Vermont." I stand a few steps away, untouched champagne in hand, watching her perform. Her pearl earrings glitter as she tilts her head, the same move she used to do when lying. "The Mitchell Clinic has been serving our community for 30 years, she says smoothly. "We specialize in family and elderly care." Ethan nudges me. A silver-haired woman is studying my name tag. "MedNova," she says, eyes widening. "You're Ava Mitchell. Your summit presentation last month was brilliant. That patient system you designed, it's changing recovery care across 3 states." I smile. "Actually, we just expanded to Northwestern's hospital network." Across the room, Grace fumbles through talk about platelet therapy. A doctor frowns. "Didn't Stanford drop that approach 3 years ago?" Grace laughs nervously. "Oh, well, some professors still use the old methods. Adrian's expression tightens. He notices. Then I hear the voice I know too well. Ava. Dad. Older now, but the same tone that once made me jump to answer clinic phones while Grace played piano. You need to leave, he says, stepping close. You're ruining Grace's day. Ethan stiffens, but I place a calming hand on his arm. I was invited, I reply evenly. By Adrian. Maybe you should explain why that bothers you. Dad's face darkens. Don't play innocent. You show up here, flaunting this company of yours. Mednova is hardly just a company, Ethan cuts in, voice calm but sharp. She was the keynote speaker at the Boston Medical Conference. Her system's used in 27 hospitals. Nearby guests start to listen. Recognition flickers in their eyes. Mom is across the room, nervously trying to distract people, but it's too late. Connections are being made. Liam tugs at me again. Mom, can I have some cake now? You promised. Soon, sweetheart. He glances past me at Grace. Is that your sister? Did she go to Stanford like you did? Dad goes pale. Before he can respond, Liam adds, you showed me your old college pictures. The red buildings were pretty. Grace freezes. Adrian turns sharply. Stanford? He asks, eyes flicking between us. You went to Stanford too, Ava? Class of 2014, I say simply. A cardiologist nearby chimes in, wait, that's Ava Mitchell? Her algorithms are saving hospitals 22% in readmissions. Grace looks like she might collapse. Adrian slowly steps away from her, his attention shifting fully to me. Memories rush back. The day I discovered my college fund was gone, and Grace sent me photos from Cancun. I push the thought aside. Across the room, Adrian pulls Grace aside. Their voices rise. You told me you graduated from Stanford, he says, anger creeping in. But I've never heard your name there. Grace stammers, it was mostly remote. Stanford doesn't offer remote medical degrees, Adrian cuts her off coldly. Color drains from her face. The lies are falling apart. Adrian walks away from her, toward me. Grace watches, desperate and lost. He stops in front of me. Let's talk somewhere private, he says, voice steady but hands trembling slightly. We sit in a quiet alcove. 2 chairs, soft lighting, heavy silence. He clears his throat. I'm sorry about all that. I just didn't know how to react. You didn't know Grace had a sister? I asked gently. He looked stunned. She said you dropped out, that you couldn't handle the pressure. The old pain flickers inside me, but I keep my face calm. I graduated summa cum laude, I say quietly. While working 3 jobs. 3 jobs? His eyes widen. Mornings at a cafe, evenings at a hospital front desk, weekends at a call center. The memories come back, exhaustion, falling asleep over textbooks, but never giving up. I put myself through school, I continue. No family help. Adrian leans forward, studying me differently now. Stanford? I shake my head. Community college first, then state university. I couldn't afford Stanford. After my college fund was reallocated. Adrian leans back, deep in thought. So that's what really happened with Grace's education, he says quietly, as the pieces finally click together in his mind. The ballroom fades around me as old memories resurface, nights sleeping on Sarah's lumpy couch for months, showering at the YWCA after Jamie's boyfriend kicked me out, eating noodles for weeks just to save up for textbooks. I remember begging professors for extensions because I kept falling asleep after working 3 shifts straight. I met Ethan while working at the hospital's reception desk, I continue. He was a resident doctor back then. That night stays clear in my memory. Me hunched over healthcare administration textbooks during my dinner break, fighting sleep. Ethan had stopped by my desk, curious about the messy diagrams I'd drawn in the margins. You understand Kellerman's patient flow theory? He asked, surprised. It's flawed, I said without looking up. The bottleneck starts at intake, the documentation between departments slows everything down. He pulled up a chair, and we talked until my break ended. The next day, he brought me coffee and more questions about improving patient monitoring. Within a few months, we were sketching out the prototype that became Mednova's first product. Adrian leans forward. And Mednova? Grace said you just worked in some office. I can't help but smile. We started the company in our apartment 7 years ago. Last quarter, our revenue was just under $400 million. Across the room, I notice my parents standing like guards beside Grace. Dad paces in small circles, his face red with anger, while Mom clutches Grace's arm tightly, her knuckles pale. They keep throwing quick, worried glances at me and whispering. They'll try to pull you away soon, I say calmly. Adrian follows my gaze and nods. Sure enough, they start moving toward us, pretending to look concerned. Ethan walks up too, holding his phone casually at his side, recording, just in case. We've learned how to protect ourselves in hostile situations. Everything okay here? He asks, his doctor's eyes scanning me quickly. Just catching up, I answer softly, feeling warmth in my chest. I'm proud of this man, the one who sees me for who I am, not who my family says I am. Right on cue, Mom sweeps over with that fake smile. Adrian, there's someone from Boston General dying to meet you, she says sweetly, pretending I'm not even there. That old feeling of invisibility creeps in, but Adrian doesn't move. In a moment, Helen, he says firmly. Ava and I are having an important conversation. Mom's smile falters. Always the attention seeker, our Ava. She turns to the nearby guests and adds loudly, she's always been jealous of her sister's accomplishments. The air thickens. Guests shift uncomfortably, eyes flicking between us. I stay calm, posture straight, face unreadable. Ethan's hand rests on my shoulder, steady, grounding. When I walk into the bathroom 20 minutes later, I'm not surprised to see Grace there, fixing her mascara with trembling hands. Our eyes meet in the mirror. Why are you doing this to me? She bursts out, voice cracking. I wash my hands slowly. Doing what, exactly? Ruining my wedding. Making Adrian question everything. Tears streak her face. I'm not doing anything, I say quietly. I'm just existing. Grace slams the mascara onto the counter. You were supposed to stay gone. For the first time, I see what's really behind her anger, fear. The fear of everything she built crashing down. They told everyone you dropped out, she says, words spilling out. That you couldn't handle real responsibility. That you were. And yet here I am, I cut in, handling quite a lot. When I step back into the ballroom, I'm calm again. Ethan meets me halfway, his hand finding mine. A few minutes later, Grace comes out too, her makeup perfect again, but her eyes are different now, hollowed by panic. Something in the room has shifted. Guests are drifting toward us, drawn by genuine interest, not gossip. A neurosurgeon talks with Ethan about patient monitoring systems. A hospital administrator hands me her card. Your post-op system dropped our complication rates by 30%, she says. We'd love to expand it. Adrian stands close, asking intelligent questions about Mednova. His new wife hovers in the background, unsure where to stand. Then my father barges in, voice loud. Adrian. This is Grace's wedding. Let's focus on her accomplishments. The silence that follows is heavy. Everyone looks from him to Adrian, then to Grace, whose forced smile trembles. No one says a word. They don't need to. The truth hangs in the air by itself. I set my half-empty glass on a tray and glance at my watch. We've stayed long enough. Ethan catches my eye from across the room, his small nod tells me he's ready too. Are we leaving now? Liam tugs at my hand, eyes bright. Swimming time? Yes, buddy. Just one more thing. I pull a cream envelope from my clutch, a certificate for Mednova stock. Not a huge amount, but meaningful. A symbol of who I've become. Ethan joins me. Ready? Almost. I scan the crowd, spot Adrian near the bar, watching Grace with quiet doubt in his eyes. She still smiles and charms the guests, but now I notice her flinch every time a medical topic comes up. I walk over. We're heading out, I tell him, offering the envelope. Congratulations again. He accepts it warmly. Thank you for coming, especially considering. His eyes drift toward my parents, who hover nearby like vultures. I appreciate the invitation, I say sincerely. It helped me close a chapter one didn't realize I still needed to end. Adrian leans closer. I'd like to visit Mednova sometime, professionally. Our eyes meet. He understands more than he says. Have my assistant set it up, I reply, handing him my card. Across the room, Grace watches, her smile cracking like porcelain. Mom glides over, voice sugary sweet. Ava was always so driven, she tells a guest. Of course, she had advantages we couldn't give Grace. I almost laugh. What advantages were those, Mrs. Mitchell? Ethan asks politely. You mean working 3 jobs through night school? Or sleeping on friends' couches after you took her tuition money? Mom freezes, her smile stiff. Guests nearby overhear. Liam looks up at me, confused. Aren't those people your family, Mom? The question slices through the noise, simple, pure, devastating. I kneel beside him. They're relatives, sweetheart. Family's different. Dad puffs out his chest. You can't just walk back into our lives and... I'm not trying to, I interrupt quietly. I'm not here to expose you or fix anything. I built my own life, the one you forced me to build when you kicked me out. The image flashes in my mind, me in the rain, soaked and scared, suitcase in hand. But that girl's gone. Ethan places a hand on Liam's shoulder, grounding us both. Thank you, I tell my parents softly. They blink, confused. Thank you for not giving me a chance. You made me build my own. Mom's face twists, caught between anger and embarrassment. For once, she says nothing. I take Liam's hand. Ethan walks beside us as we head out, calm, steady, complete. No drama. Just quiet strength. The whispers follow us, but they can't touch me anymore. I built my own shield, made of success, peace, and self-worth. In the lobby, Liam twirls with joy. Pool time. 10 minutes to change, and I'll meet you there, Ethan says, ruffling his hair. We cross toward the elevators. I catch our reflection in the marble, a family of 3, solid and unbreakable. Through the open doors of the ballroom, I see Adrian watching us go, then turning back to Grace, now just a woman with too many lies and too few answers. Some weddings mark beginnings. This one marks the end, of needing their approval, their version of me, or their forgiveness. Liam presses the elevator button eagerly. Up we go. Yes, I smile. Up we go indeed. Sunlight streams through my office windows, painting long shadows across the polished floor. It's been a month since Grace's wedding, but the memory still lingers like a dream I can't fully shake. I look down at the proposal from Boston Memorial, a partnership worth 8 figures. Mednova's trial cut post-surgery complications by 37%. Numbers don't lie. My intercom buzzes. Dr. Adrian Scott is here to see you, says Sophie, my assistant. My pen stills. I haven't spoken to him since that night. Send him in. Adrian walks in, shoulders slumped, suit wrinkled. He looks tired, burdened. Thanks for seeing me, he says quietly, not meeting my eyes. Coffee? I offer. He shakes his head. I can't stay long. I wait. Silence is powerful. I've spoken to a lawyer, he says finally. About an annulment. Everything Grace told me was a lie. She never went to Stanford. She never ran your parents' clinic. She's the receptionist. I'm not surprised. I just nod. I'm sorry, Adrian. He rubs his forehead. Your parents made her the face of their clinic while he stops, shaking his head. They've been billing Medicare for treatments they never did. Using old codes to get extra money. Grace helped them. It stings, not because it's shocking, but because I've always known. I didn't mean to drag you back into this, he continues. But when I started digging into her background, your name kept showing up in old clinic records, and then disappearing 11 years ago. I glance out the window at the skyline, the life I built from nothing while they built theirs on lies. They used my college fund for Grace, I say simply. When I confronted them, they told me I wasn't Stanford material anyway. Adrian flinches. The irony is, I never wanted to be a doctor. I just wanted to make medical systems work better. And you have, he says, looking around the office. MedNova is changing everything. We sit in silence, a quiet, honest understanding between us. Finally, he says, the clinic is under investigation now. I filed an anonymous report. The fraud ran deep. They've been doing this for almost 15 years. 15 years. It started around the same time I left for college. My phone buzzes, a text from Ethan, picking up Liam early. Years.They. Join us? Warmth spreads through my chest. This is my real family now. What will you do? I ask Adrian. He straightens up. File for annulment. Work with the investigators. Start over. He pauses. I came to apologize for unknowingly reconnecting you with your past. And to ask, are you going to get involved in the investigation? The question hangs in the air, heavy. I could destroy them completely if I wanted to. One call from MedNova's CEO to the fraud investigators would speed everything up. No, I say after a moment. I built my life away from them. I plan to keep it that way. Relief softens his face. Thank you for seeing me, he says quietly. After he leaves, I stand by the window, watching cars move like tiny lights 40 stories below. My phone buzzes again, a new voicemail. Grace. The third one this week. As I pack up to meet Ethan and Liam at the zoo, my phone rings. It's Ethan. You sound tired, he says. Adrian Scott came to see me. The family clinic's under investigation for Medicare fraud. A pause. Are you okay? Yes. The honesty of that answer surprises me. Are you going to get involved? He asks. I watch a red-tailed hawk glide between skyscrapers, weightless. I was thinking about what you said last week, I reply. That my success is already their greatest punishment. I stand by that, Ethan says gently. But it's your call. My computer chimes, an email. It's from an attorney with the Medicare Fraud Division, asking for my testimony. Documents attached. They want me to testify, I tell Ethan. What will you do? I think for a long moment. Part of me wants to delete the email, pretend I never saw it. Let justice find them without me. But another part remembers the patients, the elderly people they stole from. I'll send them the clinic records I still have, I say finally. Just the facts. Nothing more. I'm proud of you, Ethan says softly. My phone buzzes again. Another voicemail from Grace, her third today. The first begged for money. The second threatened to tell Liam the truth about me. I don't need to hear the third. I delete it without listening. The act feels final. Liam wants to see the new tiger cubs, Ethan says. His voice steadies me, grounding me in the life that matters. Tell him I'm on my way. I grab my bag and glance around my office. The Boston Memorial contract sits on my desk, another hospital ready to use the system I built from scratch. I close the door behind me, leaving Grace's message in the past where it belongs. Some debts can't be repaid. Some wounds never really heal. But I've learned, moving on doesn't always mean forgiveness. Sometimes it just means letting go. 6 months later. The purple coneflowers lean toward the sunlight. I pinch off a dried bloom and drop it in my palm. 6 months have passed since the wedding, 6 months of breathing easier, like stepping out of shoes that never fit. Liam races around the garden, his little Batman cape flying behind him. Mom, can I water the tomatoes? Start with the peppers, I tell him, pointing. They're thirsty today. He grabs his tiny watering can, concentrating hard not to spill. The mid-May sun warms my shoulders through my t-shirt, no designer clothes here, just comfort. Ethan steps out the patio door with a tray of lemonade. Reinforcements. He calls playfully, handing Liam a glass with a dramatic bow. Thank you, good sir, Liam replies, almost spilling it. Ethan and I exchange a look, that wordless understanding we've built together. This, the garden, our son, our quiet life, this is what truly matters. The Davis Hospital Board approved the patient monitoring system, Ethan says casually. But I can hear the pride in his voice. That's the 5th major hospital this year, thousands more patients will recover safely because of what we built. That's number 5. Liam shouts, holding up his fingers. Mom's helping sick people get better faster. I ruffle his hair, smiling. That's the idea, buddy. The doorbell rings. Ethan raises an eyebrow. Expecting anyone? Probably FedEx, I say. The sample's from Switzerland. But when he returns, his face has changed. He's holding a certified letter. I recognize the return address immediately, Clara Mitchell Scott. My stomach tightens. I'll be in my office, I say quietly. The envelope sits on my desk for 17 minutes while I finish some reports. Ethan leans against the doorframe, silent but present. Finally, I open it. A single sheet of cream paper, written in Grace's neat handwriting. Ava. The clinic closed last month, not because of you, but because of Mom and Dad. The investigation found years of fraud. Adrian left me. He said he couldn't build a life with someone he couldn't trust. He was right. I'm not asking for money. I know better now. I just need to tell you, you were never the problem. I was taught to see your intelligence as a threat. To believe your independence made me less. They said cutting you off was necessary. I was wrong. They were wrong. And I'm sorry. Grace. Ethan doesn't ask what it says. He waits until I fold the letter and place it back in the envelope. What will you do? He asks. Nothing dramatic, I say. I turn to my computer, type for a few minutes, and print a page. I slide it into a Mednova envelope with a short letter of my own. 2 weeks later. I'm at the American Medical Technology Conference in Chicago, watching my team present Mednova's newest innovations. Our red booth draws a crowd. Then, out of the corner of my eye, I see her, Grace. Dressed in pale blue scrubs, listening intently to a talk about medical coding. Our eyes meet across the room. No drama this time, no tension, just quiet understanding. She's holding the Mednova internship application I sent her, gripping it tightly like hope itself. I give her a small nod, not forgiveness, but acknowledgement. She nods back, her eyes bright. We don't approach each other. Some relationships aren't meant to continue, they're meant to be completed. That night, I finalized the paperwork for the Mitchell First Generation Medical Scholarship. Not named for my parents, but reclaiming my name for something better. 20 students without family support will get full tuition and mentorship next year. At home, I kneel in the garden beside Liam. Planting new seedlings. Some plants can't grow too close together, I explain. They need their own space to thrive. Like people? He asks, curious. I smile and kiss his forehead. Exactly, smart boy. Like people. The golden sunlight spills across our yard. Through the window, I see Ethan cooking dinner, moving easily through our shared rhythm. I press another seed into the soil, covering it gently. Some roots you're born with. Others, you choose.